What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the MAC Teambuilder Dynasty. We're here in the off season, ready to get into year number 5.
Should be fun. We are starting to turn things around a little bit. It's taken us 4 years, and this off season should be the next step. Let's look at some of the records here. Sylvier Gold actually had an astounding season. I'm a little surprised, actually.
1,600 yards this season. Wow, he's going to be in the NFL for certain. 4,300 yards there. Antonio Vaughn was the next guy at 3,200. So completely blew his record out of the water. Plus, he's there with touchdowns, 35 to 33. Wallace with 11 interceptions.
Career picks beats Alpina legend Quentin Waterbury for that one.
Oh, Cash Fortuna. Nice.
We got another year left to go, man. Poor Nick Arbuckle. I remember him. Robert Davis was really good. This is Georgia State we're talking about here.
Yep. Othello Doubleday just blowing his records out of the water. But then Nicodemus Bloodsaw, we can come up with our own name there for Hardrick Willis. It doesn't have to be him because these are created schools. But 13 sacks in his career. He had a nice year.
Breezy, 5 picks in a season. Wow, that's not that many.
Who would have thought that?
Record, but...
All right, well, you ready to get into some recruiting measures?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just get into a little update here for you guys, see where they're standing. We got 18 scholarships remaining here for Ohio Western. They have not done too hot, in my opinion. So we're talking about a program that is, we were starting to see them come up a little bit and be on the rise, but now I'm starting to see a little bit of a downfall here because, yes, they did get a tight end, a running back, some offensive pieces that are going to be fairly good. They get 2 top 10 offensive guys there as far as recruiting class goes. A nice, strong safety, but everything else, they're a little lacking here. You know, if you really want to take your program to the next level, you need some 4 stars in there, and I've seen a lot of 3 stars getting sprinkled in.
They got to restructure their offensive line as well. It figures to be possibly a weakness next year. Got to take care of that.
Yeah, we'll see what the team needs are. We got, like you said, offensive line, only, 4 sophomores on the line and 3 freshmen on the line. No juniors, 3 seniors. Yeah, they need to look forward a little bit. How about this update? Southern Michigan, all of our scholarships have been used. We don't have to sign anybody anymore, so we're done. There's no more motion that we can make.
Well, you might as well try and see what you can get.
What do you mean? There's no scholarships left.
You cut people. That's why you lie to people. You oversign.
Isn't that? Wait, that's not how the game works, though.
Yeah, it might not be.
No, I don't think he can sign anybody anymore. But we did get a couple custom prospects. We got Benjamin Potion, Pinky Kilgore, Mordecai Poindexter. So those are the 3 big ones here. A wide receiver, outside linebacker, halfback. So you gotta love that. Some defensive presence there with Herbert Fuller, Jeremy Newsome. Yes, bring us all of the JUCOs. Give them all to us. Kenny Riley, you're never gonna play for us. Just a little FYI here.
You never know. Duty might call. A lot of quick fixes on this team, and maybe with some of those 1-star JUCOs like Barrett, maybe he's like a diamond in the rough.
Could be.
How could you be that bad as a JUCO player? You're like 3 years older than these people.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Stetson Bennett.
All right, let's check out Lake Huron here, and we also have some JUCO reinforcements coming in alongside some custom prospects, Jaden Hunter and Scully.
I like Jaden Hunter. He might be your future.
Yeah.
Cash Fortuna is an upperclassman now. He's going to be on his way out here soon.
Yeah, and this is big, too, for Texas. Unlocking Texas was huge for us in the previous year, and we're going to try to make it happen. I mean, it's a hotbed. It's a recruiting hotbed. But that's one of the states that we've unlocked. So we're going to...
We got Maryland.
Oh, yeah. You got Maryland. Who knows what you can do with that?
Alpina's got 12 scholarships available for them. And we do have some customs left over here. Like, I think it was Gunner. Gunnerson. Braylon Gunnerson.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to get him. This Alpina recruiting class is going to be pretty good. That's all said and done. Got some work left to do. But overall, I like the top quite a bit. Bottom, they probably don't need some of those guys, but up here is where all the value is.
Plus, they did get the glitch.
And the glitch is coming in. So,
Richard too.
Richard. Well, he's like in Penn State and MSU. But that might be the guy they want to go after. Maybe Leo Horton, I think, is going to be their top off-season target.
Let's talk about some players that are leaving their schools. And let's take a look at the national champions, the Alpine Alpacas. We got a couple transfers, actually 3 transfers. Outside linebacker Robert, defensive tackle Turner, cornerback Wallace Brown. They want out.
Oh, very low.
He's gone.
Doesn't feel like part of the team, he says. Oh, man.
You got to understand what I'm going through, Coach.
Homesick.
You got to understand what I'm going through. So, with all of Alpina's black magic, wouldn't you think that they'd be able to, like, have very high persuasion chance on everybody? They'd be like, you don't have autonomy. You're staying here.
Freshmen, they're not really initiated into the cult yet. Mm-hmm. You do have to, like, they do some vetting. Freshman year, you're kind of like vetting. You got to earn your stripes. You know, if you're going to become a member of, like, the Skull and Bones, you just don't walk in, right?
It's true.
You got to, like, know some people. You got to do some preliminary stuff, a little bit of hazing, and then once you're in, you're in. Okay. Kevin Gransky, gone. What a career. What a career for our evil friend here. 2015 Heisman Trophy. Getting some hardware.
Dude, he was pretty good. Look at those numbers, man. Single digits all 3 years as a starter in interceptions.
Yeah, 110 to 22. That's a nice ratio.
I'd say so.
And the passing yards, pretty good from year to year as well. And the rushing numbers, too. Look at the rushing touchdowns. 4, 12, and 10. So, yeah, I mean, he caps it off with a natty. Fresh Martin also had a very good career. It was a little bit hit or miss, but the yards per carry was pretty nice, and he was a very good complimentary piece, especially for 99 overall. Reggie Strickland, 4-year starter.
Yeah, this guy made a bunch of plays. Like, every time I was watching highlights and gameplay, like, he was constantly coming through.
Yeah. Petros Troutman won the Outland this year. He's gone. Yandre Chris was an All-American. We talked about the silver gold, checking those numbers out. 3 years in a row with 1,000-plus yards receiving. And then 2016 was the capstone for that. 86 receptions. Vinny Tamburo. This is interesting. He was injured in 2014. Missed some time. He had 10 touchdowns this year. So that was good to see there. Berardo is one of the captains on defense. So this is a team that's going to have to replace a lot of talent.
How about the Ohio Western Ospreys? Let's see what we got going on. We got Larry Potts is declaring he's going to be a round number 7 projection.
Was he going to go?
I try to get
USFL?
him to come back there, Larry. But we should look at the depth chart before deciding that Larry's going to come back. He's a non-custom guy. We got custom quarterbacks in the wings. I've got custom bias.
I mean, Larry Potts is pretty good.
No. We need to look at who's up and coming. I think we got a couple guys. Yeah, look at what we got going on here. We got Justice Jackson's an 80 freshman redshirt. He's going to be a nice player to have in there. Start getting him some run there. We got Joey Irwin, Leo Flynn. These are all custom guys, man. Give them some love. Who cares about Larry Potts?
Larry Potts.
They're gonna lean on the running game with Toshane, you know?
You can't even have Larry Potts for one season. He's been 99 overall quarterback.
What's his throw power?
Probably pretty good.
I just want to give
that.
Oh God, it's so hard. You got it. Oh no!
Can he play one season? We've hyped up Larry Potts over the years.
Let him play one season. God. So Larry Potts is coming back. Hopefully,
you won't regret getting your college degree, my friend.
Yep.
How do you expect to go out in the workforce and have a great living?
Man,
you don't get a college.
You know what? You could really use that marketing degree for a $60,000 job, man, when your football career's done. Or you could make millions of dollars and be a round 7 pick. Hundreds of thousands, I should say, probably.
What if we
round
guaranteed
7.
a natty?
Oh my God. You think that they're going to be able to do that?
You won't regret getting your college degree. Okay.
You did the right thing, son.
That was easy.
You did the right thing.
Colt Westfall?
He's coming back.
Okay.
We're cheesing this up.
Well, Iafonte's gone.
Yeah,
So
he's bye-bye.
Louis Savage.
Let's
Now,
take a look at
check
his numbers,
production.
man. Yeah, 42
okay.
touchdowns.
I mean,
He wasn't the Louis Savage that I know.
Well, he had 267 rushes in his freshman season, and that went down over the years. And
Yeah.
he only had 63 yards per game.
He started getting hurt. There were a couple games in there in these seasons
You didn't
after
miss
his
some
freshman year. Yeah, so you got to wonder if they just ran him like a mule, man. But Jacoby Criswell, we've had a couple commenters in the comment section say, "Man, Criswell transfers all the time."
Yeah,
And he didn't play too bad as a starter here at OW.
no, it was a big drop off from
Yep.
last year, from 2 years ago to this year. But, the offensive line, that's what I'm talking about. Byers and Reinhardt leaving, that's not good. Trenton Scott as well, so they're going to have to retool their O-line.
Yeah, but they're not losing too many players, so they might be okay. And let's take a look at this hot mess. Bosco is finally gone. He was actually a kicker/punter. And, he was pretty darn good. He was a guy that I leaned on constantly.
Got a lot of work. Hey,
He never missed an extra point.
not a lot of field goals attempted. I mean, you gotta do a little bit. But, yeah, Segrist gone. Brockenberry gone. Riker, what are you going to do without Riker McDonald?
He could move. He could move a little bit. I always liked Riker McDonald. He always came through when I needed him to, but yeah, Blake Van Poppen.
Look at the year he had.
Wow. Yeah, that's not bad for a 60-some overall player, huh?
No.
Almost 1,000 yards receiving. I like it. Underhill's gone. You know what's funny about Underhill? We never really used him in the offense ever again.
A little bit here. I don't. Yeah.
He had 5 touchdowns last time.
265 rushing in 2014. Yeah, but this year, yeah, you're right. He didn't play offense. 14 and 15.
Overall, it's like, you know what? You guys did your jobs. We had a nice little run here the last 2 seasons, improving the program, and now you've laid the foundation, and it's time to go off into the sunset.
Now, there's got to be a little concern here with Lake Huron. Our edge over a team like SMU, was that we had a few more high-end players.
Yeah.
And that kind of made the difference in a couple key areas. And Bloodsaw and Doubleday are now departing us. As we look at Doubleday's career,
Nice
2,000 yards receiving seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Touchdowns, thought maybe he'll get a few more, but you never know. It's kind of a variable stat. Bloodsaw, checking out the sacks, he did close his career out with 7 sacks.
Yeah, and he improved each and every season, too.
Mm-hmm. So that's good. Tank Stugelmeyer, look at the touchdowns. 16 touchdowns for fullback. He only amassed 374 rushing with 3 yards per carry, but obviously he did a lot of short yardage work for us. And, he was an integral piece.
Mm-hmm. The fullback role is dying, so it's just the fact that he even got on the field to produce in that level anyway is pretty good.
You're right. Izzy Fonseca threw more interceptions than touchdowns. It's a little bit different than Kevin Gransky numbers.
Okay, so the only year he didn't was when he was 2 touchdowns, no picks, so he didn't play. He wasn't a starter.
No.
He played 1 game.
I will say a lot of those interceptions were CPU sim games, so it's not like it was completely my fault here. But, I'm a little surprised. 2016, he almost threw for 1,000 yards. I don't know. Is he? He might have a year of eligibility left. We'll have to check with the NCAA. He's going to apply for a waiver and see if he can.
Oh my God!
He can get another
Just
year.
go away. You've got your freshman coming in, Jaden, and then you've got Cash still. Yeah. Izzy's gone. Okay, he's like Jimmy Garoppolo for you. Okay, he's gone. Just let him go. He's not doing anything for you.
But for Fonseca, he might have a Tim Boyle type of career. Okay. We all know Tim Boyle's college numbers, and the NFL just can't quit this guy. So maybe Izzy Fonseca gets a little invite to camp and shows some flashes.
I see Izzy Fonseca as going to the XFL.
Maybe the Spring League. Breezy Nickelberry, I'm going to miss you, man. We're going to check out these kick return numbers. Last year he didn't do as much damage in the return game because they kept putting Wyatt Pico over Breezy on my depth chart, and I kept forgetting to change it every game. So he didn't get as much run. But look at 30 yards per kick return in 2015. Look at the touchdowns.
Kind of ridiculous.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Devin Hester in the house here. Can't take punts back.
More like he's an Eddie Drummond. Okay? He's an Eddie Drummond. That's a throwback.
Eddie Royal?
Or an Eddie Royal.
Eddie Royal?
Royal was pretty good with kick return.
Max Renner, 4 touchdowns, never quite had an amazing career. Ace Adams had some flashes as a sophomore. 5.5 sacks. Couldn't really repeat that later. Holden Grabowski, what a career. I'm going to miss Ishmael, man. He had some size. Couldn't catch the ball very well. And I'm going to miss my offensive linemen, too. Kirkendall, Namaganda, Grabowski, and Akpabat. Okay? Like,
we need more names. If you go to Southern Michigan now, we don't have these names.
it's all Jones and Smith.
Yeah, we need these names. Kirkendall, Gilbreth, Ishmael, Truelove, Akpabat.
Sure, why not? Oh, I'm so excited for the transfer request.
I don't think there's any. I don't think we're gonna get any again.
Really?
This year? Yeah.
We got some guys on the team right now ready to go.
I don't have a weird feeling.
Come on, baby. Yeah!
Ooh.
I see Alabama. I'm happy. But
Wow.
he's only 65.
Is this some kind of like Nicodemus Bloodsaw connection here? He came from
Oh,
Alabama too.
we got Freddie Williams, Victor Fellows,
Victor.
Paul Ross,
You know what we should do?
Patrick Butler.
You know what we should do? We should open up renaming
Beautiful.
for transfers.
Because who cares about these guys?
I don't care about Patrick Butler.
Paul Ross?
I don't care about Victor Fellows. No.
What about Paul?
Keep him. No, just kidding. We're going to open this up for the comment section. So
Okay.
you guys, if you want a player, go ahead and let's get some transfer renames in here.
I like that. I like that.
Recruit signing.
Your team is ripe with starting opportunities. Let's see what you got.
I told you, nothing.
Killer.
Nothing. That hurts. That hurts. But we got a lot of freaking JUCOs, okay? I'm happy about that.
Nobody was interested in playing for Southern Michigan.
I guess not. They won too many games.
Yeah.
They won 5 games. They got a good foundation.
Ohio Western Alpena had nothing. We get it all. Okay.
Dang. So it looks like all of you guys are going to be renamed to Lake Huron. So you guys will all be Lake Huron fans.
I like that.
Great. So that means you get to pick the names.
Of course.
I'm not going to pick them this time. All right, guys. Well, we're here at the recruiting section. We're going to go off screen. We're going to allocate some points, and we will let you know how it all panned out. I don't have anywhere to go. I've got no scholarships remaining
Try
to get
it
out.
You got 10,000 points.
I don't know if you can do it. We'll try. We'll try. I'm going to put them all onto one player, okay? And see if we get him or not. See what happens. He might be labeled as a walk-on. I forget how the game works when it comes to this. See what happens.
Hey, Chuck, you want to walk on?
We're going to go with 10 grand on a JUCO guard from Hamtramck, Michigan.
That's his signing bonus. This is
Like,
NIL deal. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
$10,000.
Yeah. So NCAA 14 was ahead of their time. This is not points. This is not recruiting points. This is money. Okay?
Times 10.
All right, let's get into finalizing the recruiting stage and see what exactly happened for each and every school. So we've got the Ospreys here, again, signing a couple of those top 10 offensive pieces. They did get this tackle, Josh Huffman, a guard, Brad Simon, Derek Brooks, not the linebacker, no relation, but you mentioned it. They needed to focus on their O-line. They got a lot of pieces missing there, and they did.
Yeah, it was definitely a weakness heading into this recruiting class, and they sealed the deal on 4 of those O-linemen, including that center at 67 overall. So this is not a earth-shattering recruiting class, but it will help. Alpena basically cleaned up here. They got the guys that they needed up top there. The center, Richard signs over Penn State. So that's good. And then Gunnarsson was a formality at this point. So definitely a top 5 recruiting class brewing here in Alpena. And for Lake Huron, we didn't get Mark Fletcher. We just vanished.
Off the list.
I put like 9,000 points on him and nothing happened. And then we tried to see if we could sign this other guy and wasn't even close there. But, and the same for you.
Yeah, we were trying to go after that guard that we put 10 grand on.
What happened to him? Chuck.
Yeah, so we came 1,000 points.
It's weird.
Yeah, so it's all right, though. Let's take a look at the top classes and see where we all ranked in Southern Michigan, ranking at the 109 spot. That's okay. That's better than where we've been in the past, but Alpena is a top 3 class. You said it, top 5 class guaranteed. And they did just that. 11 4-stars there.
Ohio Western was 36th, so that's pretty good. But NIU actually had a slightly better class. So that's the 3rd best in the MAC. And then we came in 120th. We got 17 1-stars, but guess what? They're pretty good JUCOs. Now, William Houston, we were having a tough time figuring out where to play him. Alpena needs a little bit of youth help in the secondary. But that quarterback room, you got Carraz and Oliver on the upswing, right?
Yep.
For how much longer, though, we don't exactly know. But Houston could be lethal as a quarterback.
He's got 90-plus speed. His throw power and throw accuracy is in the 80s. So, he's going to be a big-time player. But
so we're looking for, a wide receiver. Like, we're trying to figure out William Houston, the athlete. We're checking out some depth. Like, Handsome Guy last year, for instance, only had 2 receptions. So we're kind of thinking, what do we do with William Houston? Do we go secondary? Well, they got guys like Fudge and, Wesley's pretty young there, redshirt freshman. Houston could be a fit there. Is he going to play very much, though? But they also have this new recruit, Jefferson and Gunnarsson. So
he's getting blocked a little bit.
Yeah, now cornerback, we could try corner. They need a little bit of help. This is pre-progression. Could get younger at that position. They're going to need help here in the future. Tough decision here for Houston. Let's see how he stacks up there in that cornerback room. Problem with moving Houston to corner is he wouldn't really play there next year because Gunn and Pointer will progress ahead of Houston. So now he's going to be like the number 5 guy on the depth chart.
Yep.
So we're thinking maybe quarterback's the play here.
I think it's probably the smart play just because, again, you've got Houston, you got Oliver's the junior. It kind of sucks because Aiden Oliver's coming in as a custom player, but he's only going to get the start next year.
Unless he beats out Carraz. We'll see in the training results here.
Yep, so let's talk about the training results for all of our teams. We didn't actually have any position changes, nothing that really mattered, so we just decided not to show you guys those. But let's talk about the training results. Bailey Verlies, I almost said Brady Verlies. Bailey Verlies up to a 97. Got the kicker Johnson an 81. May Softly's up to a 79. So we're finally starting to see a lot of those 70-plus players on a roster and high to mid-60s. I think that we got a bowl game in our back pocket here. We have to. That's the job.
As long
now.
as we don't simulate too many games.
Right.
Those are kind of guaranteed losses.
Yeah.
For the both of us. But I'm sitting in a little bit better of a position. But like I said, I lost my high-end players, other than Cash, and that's about it. Our O-line is okay. Secondary is not very good. I mean, Manning and Klassen, I don't like those 2 as my top cornerbacks. Not in love with that situation, but defensively, I feel like at linebacker we might be okay with like Maidman. Running back's a little weak.
Victor Fellows is in there.
Yeah, but I feel like once you toss in some of these JUCOs, I think that will round out both of our rosters quite a bit. And checking out Ohio Western, you got Larry Potts. Yep. Is that 99 overall quarterback?
I think they should be a better team this year than they were last year.
I think they might. Yeah.
I would say that Ohio Western should project a little bit better than they were last year.
Offensive line might be a major weakness, though.
So welcome back, Larry. You're going to be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah,
let's take a look at Alpacas here, the Alpena.
See, so Aiden Oliver's a 93 as a junior. He might beat out Carraz because he is a better passer, I believe. I mean, Carraz is a little more of a scrambler, 99 awareness compared to Oliver at 88. But as far as throwing the football, if Alpena wants to stretch the field, I think Oliver, you get that custom recruit bias going on. Maybe that might work in his favor.
Maybe he decides to transfer. Maybe Alcaraz decides to transfer. It'd be an interesting little storyline there.
It could be, yeah. Another deep team here for Alpena. You wonder how much longer they're going to be in the MAC at this rate. They might be onto greener pastures.
Could be. So, guys, let's now talk about the red shirts. We didn't show this in the last couple seasons, but I felt like it's good to do it now, just to kind of get a reset on how everybody looks, kind of look at the depth charts here. And, Mordecai Poindexter, 88 speed as a freshman, it's hard to, redshirt this dude, but, I feel like I have to do it. Because I want to get Glover Cena, Klink. I want to get these guys more run. They've been negated in their overall. They haven't really had a ton of success, and I want to give them their chances to get into gameplay. So they're gonna be my guys, and we're gonna redshirt Mordecai. He's got to earn.
It's bold. It's a bold decision, but you know, both of our programs, we're still thinking long term. So we're not above redshirting you if we want to. It's not like these players have any freedom. Okay, they're not gonna go transfer, get mad at you. There's no transfer portal right now. So,
tough calls here for Southern Michigan. Downs and Patrick, these guys have made some big catches. They made a lot of strides to being better receivers. But I'm gonna redshirt these seniors.
You want them back?
I want them back.
You know, they both tore their ACLs in June.
There you go.
Go figure.
How do we do that to the glitch? Ryan Patrick, the glitch. How do we do that to him? That's just dirty. But we're telling him, we're like, Ryan, we're gonna have some big things planned for your redshirt senior season. If you come back, you'll be A-okay. McClanahan, I want him to be the starter still, so we're gonna redshirt the top guy there on the
so mostly
you and I,
we're just gaming this so that we'll be better in the future.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna hide.
This is still not the year. This is still not the year. Okay.
No.
Next year is the year. The following year. Okay.
Right. So, Ohio Western, they have no quarterbacks to redshirt, and I still feel bad about Justice, kind of letting Potts get in there, but it's okay. It's okay. He'll get his run. Nothing to do there for the wide receivers. We're gonna redshirt this freshman tight end Gray, and then this 55.
So the O-line. They're going to have probably 3 true freshmen starting on the offensive line.
Yeah, they got a bunch of freshmen that are 55s. Like, you got to redshirt those guys. They need a lot of more marinating to do in the backup roles there. So for corners, can't really do much there. We need some depth and free safety. I don't know, strong safety. Yes, we're going to do that there. Let's go to Alpena and see what we're going to do here. So Cutler in Houston, eligible to be redshirted. Probably shouldn't do it.
Oh,
I didn't see you do this, so I don't know exactly what you're doing here.
Well, I want to see the passing numbers, 80 and 85 for William Houston.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be pretty filthy. Oh. We're going to redshirt, though.
He's going to transfer, man.
Well, I don't think so.
He's going to transfer. That's a big
you talked about
athlete.
Earlier being in the inner circle. He's in the inner circle as a true freshman. He gets it. Okay. He understands.
Imagine having the luxury of taking these 70s, these mid-70s, and saying, redshirt.
Yeah.
You can't play, but, you can play at Southern Michigan.
You're going to be a 99 by the time you're done here. Okay, that's really the selling point. Is it worth the extra year to stay in college? Yes. Yes, it is, actually. Getting a little dicey here on the defense. This is not going to be a classically amazing Alpena defense, kind of how they have been recently.
Okay, well then that means they can be had.
On that side of the ball, yes. Offensively, no. If you or I play them, they're still going to get their stuff. Jaden Hunter, probably going to redshirt there because this will be Cash Fortuna's last season. Going to have a battle between Tito Ramos and Hunter at quarterback for next season.
Ooh, okay, all right. So the sophomore, or the redshirt freshman technically, and then Ramos.
Redshirt junior, Ramos.
Okay. You might want to just go with Ramos at that point. He's got
They're going to have to duke it
experience.
out. They are going to have to duke it out. So we'll see how that goes.
Look at the Nicodemus Bloodsaw lists. Lake Huron Web Wonders.
Yeah, and Ace Adams. I kind of liked what he brought to the table. Our middle linebackers are pretty good, though. Strong, not very strong, but he can play a little bit. At cornerback, we're going to try to keep some of those guys for long term. And then checking out, look at how many safeties we have on here. Akubu probably going to have the redshirt because you got Bonsu Dinwiddie leaving next year.
Can move some of those guys to corner.
Yeah, Cluche moved to strong safety, and that'll do it for Lake Huron.
All right, guys, so you've seen the progression. You've seen the changes. You've seen a lot of stuff for this offseason. Now, next episode, okay? Wednesday. Big surprise happening in this series. So you guys do not want to miss the Wednesday vid. We got some cool things planned.
Yeah, we've been teasing it for a while. It didn't show up in this video. That's because we're not ready to break this news, but it's coming on Wednesday. So some big news, big developments, the biggest development maybe in the series so far.
Yeah, and by the way, so in that episode, aside from our little surprise, we're also going to be covering the custom schedules, plus a little roster preview, and then we'll get right into next season. So year 5 should happen next Saturday. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. That's it for the video. We'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.